We're live. Hello, everyone. Happy to have you guys here. Another Thursday, another great live stream. My name is Tony. I'm head of content and community at GenLayer. And today we have with us my dear colleague Eginaldo, who's the senior full stack developer at GenLayer Labs. How you doing?
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you. Today we are going to write an insurance contract. So let's have fun.
Yeah, we'll have fun, definitely. Actually, you're gonna have fun because I'm not gonna do that much anyway, right?
Yes.
But you're definitely gonna have fun, and yeah, we are as you said, we have a live demo today of how to build an insurance contract with intelligent contracts. You're gonna walk us through the process step by step, and we're also going to share the code. Before we start, let's just quickly remember what GenLayer is. GenLayer is trust infrastructure for the AI age. We're an AI part distributed ledger and digital decision maker. And by integrating LLMs directly into the consensus mechanism, we enable trustless agreements and real-time resolutions for smart contracts, dApps, and AI agents. And today, we're going to code a dApp with intelligent contracts. So I would just like to give the stage to you. One thing left is, please everyone download the POAP Home app. With the POAP Home app, you can mint your POAP at the very end of the session, which we will use for our community program. You can join our Discord, find the link on the X profile as well. And yeah, I'll share more information on the POAP as always towards the end of the session, and I'm also going to share the blog link to the code in a few seconds. So if you're ready, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready. Okay. So first of all, you guys can just access studio.genlayer.com to start coding. So first of all, you guys are going to see this screen, and you can click here in new contract. We are going to use to create a simple super insurance contract. So here you can start coding without setting any environment or nothing, just coding. So first of all, we need to import some dependencies here.
I'm just going to say hi to a few community members. Ginaldo, you can just continue. So we have Vatan joining, we have Tony joining, we have Pavan joining, Rashid, hey, Anna is watching as well. Alexei, Beirov, Rashid, a few community members that we know. And to the first question, yeah, we'll drop the POAP code in the live chat towards the end of the session.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, we need to create a class here. Our class will be simple insurance. We need to, this class inherits GL contracts. So yeah, here. So, okay. We need to create some tree maps here to store data. So first of all, we have policy URLs. This is a tree map of strings. Oh my God.
Can you maybe, Ginaldo, describe what we're about to build with this simple big intro, few
yes.
lines?
Yes, with this contract, we will being able to create an insurance contract. We will be able to create a policy, and the user, the contract will go to a source of truth to see if the event happened or not. If the event was canceled or delayed for some reason, we are going to give the user a point. We are not going to have real balances, so we will use points here to simplify the code. So that's it. First of all, we have this tree map to store the policy URLs. These URLs are like the football match page or flight page, something like this. so the contract could know where they need to go to see if the event was canceled or not. So yeah. Here we have the policy owner. So the idea is to just the person that is creating the policy will be able to be rewarded. Because of that, we have this policy here. str address. So we need a policy description. This description will be used to like we are going to use policy URLs, but we need to show to the contract what is the event. Like, it's a flight, it's a football match, it's a concert. So we need to describe to give a short description. So that's the point here.
But I could insure anything. Like, I could insure, whatever. Let's say you have an insurance that your football game is gonna take place. Let's say it doesn't take place, then you would get the money.
Yeah, exactly. If the event is canceled or delayed, or even delayed, or something happened, you can receive a point. The point in this contract will represent your money back. So you are going to have it like in a very simple way. So we need to know if the policy was paid out. We have here we need a tree map. Sorry, tree map. Here is another tree map. Here we have tree map also. str boom. So as I said, we are not going to use real balances. So because of that, we will need here another tree map to represent the balance, or in this case, the point. So, okay. Now we need to define a init here. In this case, they need to do nothing, so that's it. Now the fun starts to happen. We need to create the public methods. The first and the most important public is the create policy method. So to create it here in JLayer, you need to use JL public. In this case, write, because we are going to store some data. So we need to use this one. So we can create. Let's just see if everything is good. Okay, we need to create our method name. In this case, create policy.
So for people like me, we're not even vibe coders, like far away from even being vibe coders. You're basically just defined the policy, who the owner is, the description. So basically everything you just need kind of groundwork to prepare the contract, right?
Yes, exactly. Here we are going to start the policy URL. What is the policy URL? In this case, our source of truth. So where our validators or needs to go to know if the event happened or not. It can be the event page, or the concert page, or the flight page. So because of that, we have these policy URLs here. The policy owner is the person that is going to be rewarded when when something happens to the event. The policy description is, okay, we have the URL, but we need to give a short description of what this event really are. And the policy paid out is, okay, you are not going to receive twice or 3 times. So we need to know if it's paid out or not. And the balance is the way that I chose here to represent your money. So that's it.
Yeah, we don't want double payouts, right? It's
exactly.
Very good for some users, but we don't want it.
Yeah, so here is very simple. I will just write this first method, and the other one we can do it like in a faster way. I will just explain what is happening. Okay. So we have the event URL here. That is a string also. A event description here. Owner address. That is also a str. So okay. We are going to return none. So, okay, here we need to check if the policy ID already exists. So, we need to raise an exception in case not. So, okay. Now we need to just assign our data to store here. So we have the owner. The owner, we need to use this address method here using the owner address. So, okay. Policy URLs. Policy. Make it faster here.
You can follow along for those of you who have joined later. Aginaldo's code with the link, I passed it in the chat. I'm going to pin it here again. I'm going to paste it again in the chat because I know that things get lost. There he has the full code. You can also copy the code, create your own intelligent contract, insurance contract. And for those of you who have been watching, you can specify, sources, ensure events that you, that you're looking for, and build your own. Actually, 75% of the work was already done by Aginaldo, so you could already build a dApp on JANLayer.
So yeah, I think that's it. Let me just see if yes. So this is our base code. Here we have the main structure. We have our class. We have all the necessary parts, and we have the create policy method. An important thing to remember when we are going to store data, we need to use the GL public rights. Apparently, the code has no errors, so we can deploy this first version here. Just clicking run debug, deploy insurance. So here you can see our transaction, and if you click here, you can see all the validators, the agreement between the validators. You have some inputs here. If you want to see the full transaction data, you have it here also. And as you can see, we have the create policy method here with all our inputs, so it's working. Okay. Now, to make it faster, I will not code the whole contract, so I will just copy and paste here 2 new methods, and I will explain. Okay.
Yeah, so you're copy pasting from the Medium that I've just posted.
Yes, exactly. So here we have the get policy. Is 2 very simple methods. This get policy will just return our stored data about this policy, and the get balances will return how much points address has stored. So, okay, we can redeploy this. So as you can see, if you go here, click here and copy your address, you can see that you have 0 points. So okay, now we need the most important method, that is claiming your rewards. So to do it, I will not code this also because it's very long, but I will copy and paste from the article and I will explain. Okay.
Yeah. Can you tell us which lines you just copy and pasted?
Okay, I will explain. Just let me see if everything is working. Okay, so before, just to remember, I wrote here this class, this first method, create policy. After this, we just copied and pasted these two methods, get balance and claim. Important thing to remember, when you are not going to store any data, you can use a JL public view over using JL public write. So, okay, right now I copied and pasted this one here, the claim method. What is this method is doing? First of all, it's checking if the policy is there, and it's checking if you can claim this policy, because maybe another user can go to your policy and try to claim it. So okay, and is also seeing if the policy was already claimed. So an important part of this method is this one here, the prompt. So here you can describe the prompt that all the LLMs, specifically the leader, will execute. So here we are going to say, okay, you are on chain Oracle, and give it the event description and a web page. Go there and you need to return if the event occurred or not as a Boolean. If what is the status, see if the event is in the future, because the event can not occur but is in the future. So in this case, you are not going to be rewarded. So you need to wait until the date. So you have the postponement and then cancel. And a good thing here that I did is give me evidence. So we can see what the LLM is thinking. Is better to analyze what is happening behind the instance. This is not mandatory, but I choose in this way just to see what is happening behind the scenes. So, and
is it a, sorry for the question, is it just a security measure, the evidence, or like what would happen if I wouldn't have the evidence in there?
Yes, you will trust in all in the consensus, the leader, and the other validators, but you are not going to know in a easy way what the LLM is thinking. But for like teaching people how to code, I think it's better to do this, so they can see, okay, the LLM just saw this information inside the page, and because of that, he chose to put cancel the event for some reason. Okay, so these other lines here are not present in my previous code, but I needed to put it here because sometimes you say to the LLM, okay, I need a JSON as a return, but for some reason, some LLMs uses some characters not that will not work in a real JSON format. So we need to put give me just a second. Okay, so we need to put this text here just to make sure that we have the JSON format in a correct way. Okay, so okay, here we have this get event. So we have this method here GL.get web page. So and the URL. The URL is the URL that we've put in the policy. So the VM can go through the page and return the web page as text. So in this way, all the LLMs could see what is present in the screen because they need it as text. So because of that, we need this GL get web page, and we are going to replace this web data here, that is here, web content, with the real web content of the page. So this is a way that we can write a contract to go to a specific web page and give the information, the whole information for the LLMs. So, okay. And here, another just secure way to replace some invalid characters. So that's it, okay. And another important information here is I chose this equivalence principle comparative. So I need to pass in this case, the get event method. So this is the method that will execute the prompt. This is the prompt. So, okay. So we need to give to the validators a way to compare and to decide if the validator reached an agreement with the leader. So when you are using the comparative way, you need to use a second prompt here. So in my second prompt, I said that the validators need to agree at least in the status and if the event was occurred or not. Maybe the evidence is other because they can reach at the same in the same result with different evidence, but at least the result needs to be the same. So in the end, that's it.
Let's say user would, like submit the transaction, and the LLM fetches the web and finds out, well, the game, whatever. Let's say that the event for the insurance hasn't even happened. So the LLM would return didn't occur. The other 4 LLMs say didn't occur neither, and then transaction, denied.
Exactly.
Yeah. On this point, we have one question from Burgomister, which is, Ginaldo, could a malicious actor spam the contract with duplicate policy creation attempts?
Okay, you will need to pay for this for all of this transaction, so you can spam a lot of policy creations. And this is like example, we are giving a point from nothing, but in a real case, you need to store like your balances here. So I think this is not going to be good for the actor, no?
I mean, what would be the malicious actor would have to have more than half of the staking power, I guess. Like, how would you?
But yes, but this is a problem of the whole proof of stake, no?
Yeah,
yes.
It's a question of the underlying security of the whole network. So
the whole network, yes.
Theoretically, yes, you could, as well as you could hack anything theoretically, but practically it's going to depend on how secure the network is. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. In proof of stake, if you have a lot of stake inside your network, more stake is more security. That's the deal.
Yeah, because you need the underlying assumption is that you need half of the network's stake / security to be able to execute a transaction that is false or wrong. So that would lead to duplicate policy creation attempts, but then that's the only way. So same as on Ethereum or any other proof of stake blockchain.
Yes. Now let's create the policy, okay?
Policy.
Yes, you need to have a policy ID here, your P1, just to make it easy. Now the event URL for this first one, I will use this URL here. You can find this URL inside the article. This is a web page that lists all the recent flight delays. So I can open here also, I think. Let me open here just to show you guys. We have this page here. So in this page we have all the recent flight delays, and we are going to choose a flight here. It can be this one. It was delayed. So okay, we can the event description, we can put flight number, just it, and of course we need to use our address here, so we can send the transaction to create the policy. Okay. Okay, the policy was created. We can use this get policy here. Just as, oh, it's not F1, it's P1. Okay, P1. Yes. So here we have the response claimed false, and the description. All our data was stored successfully. So just to see if everything is working, we can see here the user balance. So okay, we know that this flight was canceled. Okay, so let's try to claim. To claim,
Delayed,
we
right?
just what?
Delayed, right? Not canceled, delayed.
Yes, delayed. Sorry.
Delayed.
So okay, here we have we need to use the policy ID and send the transaction. Hopefully everything will work. Okay.
Otherwise, there's definitely some developers out there that could look at the code that you've provided on Medium and go through it and provide feedback.
Yeah. So okay, accepted. Okay, success. So look at this. This is a really good a really good one. The leader said the event occurred true, and what is the evidence? They put the evidence here. Some of the other of the validators had a disagreement with the leader, and some of the validators had agreement. We can try to find another one here. Like, let's try to find this one.
So was it because the validators, you had the same source, right? You had the same source for them to search, but some of the validators just said, no, this is not the.
Yes, this is the event was not there, or the event was there. Oh, occurred or not. So okay, we are creating another one here. Let's see if we have it here. Okay. So let's see, and of course the validators in this way we are just using 5, and if for some reason you don't agree with the answer, you can also appeal. I'm not going to go inside, but okay, we saw, okay, maybe the general agreement was not the right, but you can also appeal, and another set of validator will go there and analyze the previous answer. So yeah. Okay, if something like this happens, so okay.
But we had a majority decision, which was it's correct, so we were good. Burgomaster, would this contract have helped Tony avoid flying on that Ryanair flight? So I shared with the community that I have a long history with Ryanair and that I hate them. So now the jokes are starting with Tony's Ryanair flights. So it wouldn't have helped to avoid me flying with Ryanair, I guess, but I would have at least got my money sooner than after 4 months, because it took them a very long time, like a very, very long time. But yeah, sorry, continue, Reginaldo.
Okay, so this is, they are reaching agreement here. We can just see this other type of event just to change something. Here we have a football match, and we can also use this this football match to create a policy. Okay, so we could create a policy ID here, P3, and we just need to put football match, or if you want to specify the teams, you can do it out also, football match, and you can create another policy here also.
Okay, we have one question from Gingo. Can you simulate an appealing process on this contract?
Yeah, you just need to appeal here, and it's appealing. We can see all the transactions after it being finished, and I can show you guys. Okay, so this other one was every validator reached the same answer. Sorry, this is a create policy. So here we can try to claim this policy. So yeah.
So what's basically happening in the background is that the validators are agreeing on whether this event occurred or not, fetch out to the internet. Leader gets back with an answer. The other validators check if the answer is equivalent to
Exactly.
what the developer, so in this case, Reginaldo, defined, and then they get back with, accepted or denied. Whenever a majority is reached, the transaction is accepted and it goes through.
Exactly. This is the prompt. The leader will execute this prompt here, and all the other validators need to use this prompt to see if they agree with the status and with the occurred status. So yes, that's the whole point of using this equivalence prompt comparative. You have another equivalence principles, like all the validators just execute the same prompt and need to reach the same answer, the same exact answer. Or you can say all the validators will execute this whole prompt and also needs to compare the answer, and you can have like 10% of result difference. You have a lot of ways to do it here. I choose this one because it's easier to explain and it's very specific. So okay, the appealing was finished. So we can see here the first round, the majority disagreed, had a disagreement with the leader. So after the leader rotation, all the validators reached the agreement, and after we had an appeal, the appeal failed because the previous answer was accepted, and not a new answer. So we are going to use this one here. Okay, validators appealed, failed. So this is a point when you are going to appeal. You can succeed in your appeal, so okay, but you can fail when you are going to appeal something, and you are going to pay for this appealing. So yes, you need to take care when you need to be right.
Yeah.
Okay.
With additional security comes additional cost. It's like in the real world.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, we can now get the policy P3 here, and okay, we can also now see the balance. And as we saw, this event here occurred successfully, so you are not going to be paid. But we used a flight here that was delayed, so you have 1 point. I think we finished it.
Okay, we have. Thank you. First of all, we have one more question. Can you modify this to allow users to query their active policies?
To what?
Can you modify this to allow users to query their active policies? So I guess the question is, if you have a policy online already up and running on GenLayer, can you modify
Yes,
it?
yes. You can also use a document. You can also use a policy published somewhere else. You can also use a real contract uh, to give to the LLMs an insight of what is you are looking for. You can use it like the real world without needing humans, So you can like be rewarded without needing to call your flight company and say to them, okay, my flight was delayed and I need my money back. You can let the LLM decide, and you can do everything here. The prompt is not restrictive. You can do whatever you want using the prompt. So yes, you can do it.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is from Tan Duk Tran. Hey Tan, actually you're called Duk in Discord. Okay, so how can GenLayer and AVS be used to build a real-time intelligent on-chain insurance contract that can trustlessly and transparently rely on off-chain internet data? I'm just going to make it short, as I think Ginaldo has described this already. It's not really an AVS in GenLayer's case. It's our consensus mechanism. And within the consensus mechanism, you have different validators as within any similar, compared proof of stake system. But the validators are connected to each a different LLM, and these LLMs have the capabilities to, fetch data from the internet, get back with a result, propose that result to the other validators, and the other validators agree or deny this transaction. And if you have a majority, the transaction passes through. Okay, we have a very good question from Pavel. We've discussed this internally. What if the provided URL is temporarily down?
Okay, this is a very simple contract. Of course, in a real world contract, you are not going to use just one. You are just one source of truth, or not like a website with good uptime. A good uptime. So the idea is here just to use one because it's easier to understand and we can just explain. But the whole idea is, okay, if you have something that can goes down, you need to use more than one source of truth, and maybe not a specific website of the football match. You can go anywhere to find the football match. When you go to Google, for example, you have a lot of news. You can say to the to our VM to go through Google, for example, and see the news there. You can do a lot of workarounds to have it done without struggling by temporarily down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that was clear. I think. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah, very simple contract. Here you only have one source of truth. It's just for showing purposes. Usually you would have multiple or define them exactly. Okay, I don't know if you can answer this, Ginaldo. I'm just gonna put it here. Is how can quantum computing impact the security or efficiency of these contracts?
How
Quantum
we are
computing.
Yeah, I don't know if I got the idea. I think if the LLMs just improve with quantum computing, the whole blockchain will be improved. You are going to have faster answers and more assertive answers. So I think this is good. I don't think this is bad. No.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think it's more about the security implications. I mean, that's a big question in the space. I think a report was published a few weeks ago or a few days ago by McKinsey. I'm not sure anymore, which talked about the implications of quantum computing and the breakability of hashes. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, how quantum computing would impact contract, but I guess it would be a bigger implication for the whole blockchain and crypto ecosystem, not just for GenLayer. So I would say once the blockchain ecosystem has a solution, we're going to have a solution as well. Okay, we have 2 more questions. Bolu got nerfed. What happens? Nerfed. Oh, Bolu got nerfed. Oh, now I got it. What happens if all the set of validators can't provide a result in case there's no web data to verify from? Does the transaction fail straight up? Using the football match, for example, there are competitions in some regions that do not have live coverage.
So you are not going to sign a policy contract for this match, I think, no?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have live coverage for yeah, you're laughing, but I mean, he's right? You can have, if you have regional matches, you would usually also not have broad coverage. Like, sure, you could come up with a website. You could develop a website where you just pass the information of these regional football matches, whatever, and then have GenLayer.
For example, I can give you some insights. You can have a contract that is not going anywhere, but it receives proof for both sides. So you can say, okay, the football match didn't happen, so you can have like an input, like, okay, give the evidence for the LLMs. So the company will give their evidence also, and the LLM can decide who is right. You can write a new insurance contract in this way. Don't need to be like have a website with source of truth. Can be like photo, can be whatever you want, can be like a document, can be other fonts of information. So you can write a different type of contract that will can fix this issue.
So theoretically, if Bolu got nerfed is in wherever and somewhere on the countryside, and he takes a photo of the result, and it looks very clear that this is the place, the exact place, the exact time, the exact result, it eventually would work.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah. Okay, Rashid, if GenLayer was a music genre, which one would it be and why, and how does this style help you build a unique blockchain architecture? I don't know. What would we be, Ginaldo? What would we be? Something futuristic, definitely.
Yeah,
maybe electronic.
Cyberpunk electronic music, maybe.
Yeah, like EDM, techno. I don't know. Like
no, I think more like experimental electronic music. Maybe, yes.
Yeah, experimental. That I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. We have one question from Bogdan, which is related to what we've discussed previously. So Bogdan, how does GenLayer guarantee the reliability and verifiability of AI responses in smart contracts? That's how the consensus mechanism is built.
Yes.
Just the live stream will be live in a few minutes. Will be recorded. It is recorded right now, and it will be live in a few minutes on X. So you will be able to just go a bit back and read about optimistic democracy, and also we have a blog post about optimistic democracy coming out really soon.
Yes, I have a link here. You can continue saying, Tony, and I have a link that you can see how many validators you need to reach 100% or near to 100% in subject teams or subject topics. No, so you can just go to this link and see by yourself. I will send you, Tony, and you can send to them.
Yeah, one sec. It's jury theorem. That's what you mean, right? The jury theorem link.
Yes, yes, they don't.
Yeah, I'll pass it here. One sec. I'll pass it here. Okay.
With this link, you can see all the non-deterministic and subjective topics. How many validators with how percentage of acceptance you can you need to have to reach like 95 or 100% of assertivity.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Duke is saying, Tony, I like this Twitter AMA. You speak slower and more awesome. It's more fun when you speak in Discord. You speak like a roller coaster. Okay, well, I don't know if I should take it as a compliment. Thank you very much. It's more fun when I speak in Discord, yeah, because that's with the community. So it's like just pure fun, right? Like here we are. I mean, it's not pure fun, but you know what I mean. It's like with the community, we know each other, it's smaller, and here it's like a live stream that everyone will and can watch. And obviously we want to provide education for people, like how to code an intelligent contract is not about something that, it should be fun still, right? But we want to teach people something, and that's what we're here for, and to show you guys what we're building. Okay, we are gonna have one last question, and then I'm gonna send the POAP Mint link here. Pavel, can GenLayer validate the users who have visited the AMA and give them a POAP? You guys are killing me with the POAPs. Well, let's consider that whoever pasted a comment in the AMA, let's think about this. Whoever pasted a comment in the AMA, if the data is public, which X currently is not, I think, then yes. So if the data is publicly available, then yes. Everyone who commented, at least. If it's not publicly available, then no. So it would really depend on which platform you're using. For X, probably not. Or what would you say, Ginaldo?
I think so. Yes, I'm think the same as you.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Was nice having you here today. We actually reached a developer video walkthrough all-time high, which I'm really happy. So I think you did a great job. I hope that everyone agrees. And
I was a little bit nervous, but yeah, man, yeah, it was really, really fun. I really like it.
Yeah.
Invite me again, okay?
I will invite you again. We will do a community poll, and then we are like, is Eginaldo allowed to come to the live stream again? Yes or no? And then we will see. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you everyone for joining. You have the secret passkey here. Mint your POAP now on the POAP Home app, which is let's-grow. I say let's fucking Gen, and see you soon, everyone. Thank you, Ginaldo.
Bye, guys.
Bye.